I'm I don't know if you want to call this figuring it out, because I'm starting to have a bent or a preferable explanation. It's not something I learned, it's just an explanation that I prefer. But do you get the feeling that, okay, everything that doesn't matter in the end matters right now? Everything that matters right now will not matter in the end. But if you think because in the end it won't matter, that it doesn't matter now, that's sorely mistaken, right? That would leave you with Welch's. That would be the whip. It will crack the whip, like, seems like. So at some point in time, it's like fucking enough. Because, like, certain things, even if it's enough, it will really not matter until so much changes about you that you become inaccessible. And that's really takes a lot of discipline to become inaccessible to the scammers and shit. You know what I mean? Like, they must really love me. You know what I mean? They recycle me every day. You know what I mean? I tell them to take me off the list. As soon as I pick up the phone, take me off the list. First thing I say before they say anything: why don't you let me say something? Fuck you. Right? And typically that would be the end of it. But they put you on a different person and they just rotate you around. So after they get the call, then somebody else gets the call. And it's not you calling, it's their phone ringing when you pick up. Like when you pick up, as soon as one call ends, it calls another one. One time this guy called me, said, I'm out here, are you so-and-so, or somebody just called me. It looks like they have my number or my identity or something like this. Maybe I think they just have the number and that's all they have. So he's like already making me feel easy. Oh yeah, they only got the number. So what are you gonna do about these scammers? They keep calling just like they keep calling me and shit. Like he's like, I'm out here on my boat in the Bahamas, and I'm getting calls. I'm like, oh man, you're on a boat? You are in a boat? How can I get on a boat? Like, how can I get a boat? And it doesn't matter if you're not that fucking stupid. It's just they sold your contact and to a certain grade. Like, this is a certain grade that they can sift through and get so many, all that they, however much that they, and then, so like maybe they sold me with a whole bunch of people for 50 cents because somebody in there, after spending all this time, they might come out on top by they might pay off all the staff and their bills and everything and still have a little bit left over. So it's worth it. It's still worth it. Right? They're not even using an aspect on me that some people have been known to, because of the fact that they get taken out and then you talk to the next person. Then it's not relevant what the tactic that you could, but it's a tactic, but it's a type, you could say, is resentment. It's a lot of different things. It's like it's like they love to hate you. You know what I mean? They hate you. They're mad when you don't help them to get more information from you. But to avoid that, they put somebody else in between them, the person that called you. And so they're listening and shit. And then I say, you know what, this call go to that person next time. Then I'll pull them in and say, tell them how to handle it, and then they give everybody a little coaching. You know what I mean? And then if he has to do it himself, he'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna take this one myself. And like he's sitting in his office. I'm out here on a boat. Fuck off. Care about your fucking boat. So the thing is, they need that people want to be prosperity orientated and like want to have like things easily and shit, and so that feeds in, you know what I mean? Like I pick up a phone one time and they're like, great, like you're already talking to me. I'm not a shell. I don't feel like a shell. I don't seem generic. I look down and no, I'm pretty outside of most. I don't fit in most boxes, like shit, and it's nothing I can do for it or about it because I was created to not fit in those boxes. Maybe I should just pretend along and then I get to go on a ride on a boat or something. You say, are they? Maybe it's not even for the money. Like maybe they're not even trying to scam me. Maybe it's goes up. So like, it's managed by somebody who thinks like a scammer, so that it could be observed by somebody who thinks like a science. Cause fuck you, I'll shard your ass. I will shard you. Somehow you're gonna get sharded. Like fucking fat bastard will like fucking get in my belly. But it's not, it's like they need fat bastard to be part of the team. But a fat bastard is not the smartest, most devious, right? Created first by the Most High to be the most beautiful, you know what I mean? Like the most beautiful, then he wouldn't be the weakest. On some level that you can't understand is weakness. It's weak, right? But you're not right now. You're not able. You can't. You're in no position to say who and what's weak because of the advantage that they have from the anonymity, from the technology, from the psychological attack. You know, it's like there are so many people. Maybe they feel like they're being psychologically attacked, and they are, but then they take to a platform that like to try to like a pyramid scheme or something, like, oh, you help me get to where I'm at, and you come along and you're guaranteed so much, or you're gonna get this, or people are gonna look at you a different way, or something. And then they want to manage people like the dude at the fucking telemarketers that scam people. Like they just want a placement. They just want placement. It was like, but your suffering is just as harsh as the upright. You know what I mean? Like you suffer just as much as the upright. So that will be accounted for when it comes down to the concern about whether or not so-and-so is weak or inferior. Because fucking in the end, the weak and inferior one is the one that, you know, like Bob Marley said he would, something all mankind to save his own. He would like not like kind of give up, like kind of like betray all mankind to save their own. Well, we'll see if that strategy in the end is the most like, and then give it all these other things, you know, because versatile, and because like there's characteristics that those people say that they like, but you're not allowed to evaluate it high. You're not allowed to ask for it. You know, like if somebody says, you know, like I have this project, I want to get this done, but I need loyalty or something. Like, I need so-and-so. You're asking for loyalty? You must be corrupt. You must be corrupt because you're asking for loyalty. That doesn't mean you're corrupt. Who doesn't appreciate loyalty? You know, or like, because it's like, these are just for, to tell you, you know, you could do better. Shit. Yeah, okay, so a woman gets shot at in her car because she wouldn't give her phone number to these dudes, right? And then she gonna go on social media and say, come on, y'all could do better. Come on, niggas, we could do better, niggas. Like, not them. They can't do better. They just shot at your ass for not giving them a number. They don't deserve to walk around. Somebody need to get their ass beat, you know what I mean? Hopefully they get shot by the cops. Because then it won't be like tying over somebody with loyalty to their family or something like that. They have to weigh this shit. You know what I mean? Do I stay here and protect my family, or do I get vengeance on behalf of my sister who got shot at? What do I do? They live in the same neighborhood. You probably run into them again at the gas station. I'm gonna have to kill these motherfuckers. Well, what do you, I mean, the Lord will be like, well, you know what? Like, you're not starting some fucking quagmire. It's not like some holy war with everybody getting along on my namesake. Go ahead and kill. Go kill the motherfucker. And then you'll be like, okay, can I ask for some protection from, so I don't get caught? Like, yeah, you're not gonna get caught. I'll make you invisible or something like that. They won't be able to see you, don't worry. Now, he wouldn't really make anybody invisible, but he might teach you some science about how to take it without stealing, like to kill without murder. To kill without murder, you know what I mean? Some people are not going to do better. I get pissed at people that use this word matter too much. Everything they say, every other word out their mouth is matter. You know, because this matters, it matters. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. I mean, I can't understand it. That's why I'm asking. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. Do I want to find out? Do I want to find out what's wrong with you? Everything matters and everything goes to shit in your hands at the same time. If everything matters, then am I not supposed to be against you for any reason I can't even understand it? It just feels funny. You just feel like insincere. And then when you can be insincere and highly involved with an albatross or in our community or an inequity or something that's going on, you're part of the problem. I don't care what words you know, legalese words that you could say about marginalizing oppression and all this shit like that. It's you, motherfucker. Figure it out. Good luck with you. You know what I mean? Because you can't do shit to me. But that could get slippery. Acting like you're gonna take a shit and you're just taking up spot on the toilet and there's somebody else that needs to take a shit. I mean, you could just either take a shit or you can get the fuck off.